Okay, x squared to the fourth means I have x squared multiplied to itself 4 times. Now, what does x squared mean? X squared means x times x. X squared means x times x. Okay, how many red x's do we have multiplied together? So this means x to the 8th power. Okay, now I want to be able to go from here to our answer without having to draw a picture. Well, not multiply the exponent by 2, but look at our exponents. What's 2 times 4? Yes. Okay, so I want you to go right here on page 11. If we have an exponent raised to an exponent, it's called power to a power, then we are going to multiply our exponents together. That's it.
So if it's 2 and 4, you just do 2 times 4, which is 8?
Yes.
And then x 8 the answer?
Yes.
I prefer math.
I'm not gonna let you go until you can do some of the things that I've asked of
I
you.
prefer math, no math.
I think that's the right helpful. We can do some
I prefer.
Okay, so go to number 1. Okay, I can list out 5 8 squareds, and then I can list out all of the 8s that there are. But without having to draw the picture, we know that what do we need to do with this 2 and this 5? So this becomes 8 to the 10th power, and we're done.
This is just gonna get so much harder. Watch it be like and then like get like 0 points. I bet.
Okay, so let's talk about number 2. Lainey, what do you think our exponent's going to become in number 2? Yeah, if we take 6 times 3, our exponent is 18. Anytime we have a negative base, make sure you put those parentheses around it. Can I? I'm glad I could read your mind. So if we have a negative with our base, we have to keep those parentheses there. Okay.
No. Kaden read that one last time.
All right, now look what happens with number 3. Look what happens with number 3. Cash, what happens when we multiply our exponents together? What is that? -4. Now, Cash, are we allowed to leave 4 to the -4th?
No, gotta like the old thing.
We need to write it as a
Denominator.
okay, so we're gonna put 4 to the 4th in the denominator. Okay, now I am fine with you writing it like this. I'm also fine with you saying 4 to the 4th is anybody? 4 squared is 16 people.
60.
One more.
25.
256. Nice work. Okay, but I'm fine with you leaving it like this, like I really do.
I know. What are you? You can't just expect me to go number 1.
Okay. Go ahead and write down the answer you think is for number 10. Number 5. That's number 5. I zoomed in on number 5, but there's a 10 as a base.
How many days left I have?
All the way to the end of March. End of March. End of March. So like a month. All right, Wes, this becomes 10 to what power? Ooh, hey, guess what? Leave it as 10 to the 27. Don't try to multiply that out. Oh, 21?
Can you do some for me?
I'm hearing people say that 3 times 7 is 21.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's positive? Yeah, okay. You and your elbow partner, write down answers for 7, 8, and 9, please. 7, 8, and 9, please. Seven, 8, and 9, please.
I think I have like maybe I have a view of
No chew?
robotics. Yes.
Is that mine for coming to school?
No. That's what she said. The reason I have it. No matter what, I don't go away. Yes, I'll miss like one night.
Get a homework.
Summertime, get a buzz.
Maddie, what did you write down for the answer to number 7? X to the 27th power. I love it. 9 times 3 is 27. Okay? Keep smiling. You're right. Okay? Number 8. Caesar, what'd you write down for this answer? A to the 14th. 2 times 7 is 14. I love it.
There's a negative line. There's like no number in like the parentheses, so what would we do with the?
All right.
Miss, let me do it.
So, Kanaya, what's 4 times negative 5?
Dang it. So 1/20, or, you know what I meant. Oh, yeah.
1 over k to the 20. Okay? Since we have a negative exponent, we're going to have to rewrite it so that negative exponent goes to the denominator and becomes positive. Okay? Now, look at what happens when we have more than one variable inside the parentheses raised to a power. Okay? Now, technically, what is the power on C? What's the exponent for C?
0.
Look at C. What's its exponent? I want everybody to write in a 1 as the exponent for C. If you don't see an exponent, there is a 1 there. Okay? So now, when we apply this power of 4, what's the exponent for C? 1 times 4 is 4. Then, Emma, what's the exponent for D?
2. 8.
How'd you get 8?
Because you times 2.
You times 2 times 4.
But Miss, how'd
Kale.
you get 4
Kayla
on
and
3?
Sophia, I really need you to cut the chit chat.
Miss Thomas.
Yeah.
What?
How'd you get 3? How'd you get 4 on 3? Because the 4 on the outside, the front.
Okay, Reagan answered your question for you. All right, so let's look at 11. Okay. Jacob, what does the exponent for M become when we apply that 3? -6. Very good. Cash, what does the exponent for N become?
Happy birthday.
24.
24. Kaylee, can we leave our answer like this? No, we're going to leave N to the 24th, but then M to the 6th comes to the denominator. And remember, when we cross that fraction bar, our negative exponent becomes positive. Okay?
Oh,
What?
Wait, well, look at this. Wait, we're about to do all that.
Yep. All right. I know everything that we're gonna do. Okay, now I want you to look at number 13. In number 13, we now have a coefficient. Well, hey, guess what? This power of 2, if it's super smelly, I can't have it in the air. Okay, so how about you just wait and do it after class?
It's shea butter.
I'm gonna go ahead and just have you wait till after class.
Okay.
Thank you. This 2 gets applied to both the 3 and the x to the 7th. So this, the 2 goes to the 3, so we have 3 squared and x to the 14th. Cash.
He's not doing this.
Wait, where'd you get 3
Wait,
and 2
what?
from?
Are you kidding me?
So Cash,
Oh, that's the 2. I didn't see the red bit.
so this 2 goes to everything inside the parentheses.
Wait, number 13?
Okay, now if you leave it like this, fine, but we all know what 3 squared is, don't we?
6.
What? Thank you, Caesar. 9 x to the 14th.
I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb.
Okay, how about you try number 14?
Oh, freak, dude. Why are you? What?
Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Okay, Reagan, what did you write down?
Well, I just did plus 3 by the 5, so it's 5, 3. So 5 to the 3rd and then n to the 12th.
Okay, Reagan wrote down 5 to the 3rd, n to the 12th. Do you agree?
It's kind of going in my brain.
It's kind of going in your brain a little bit. Okay, Jacob, do you know what 5 cubed is?
Austin, where'd you get those?
125. So 125 n to the 12th is what I'll have you write for your answer.
There was like a mess with that.
Miss Holman, how did you get 125?
If you want to ask,
Because 5 cubed is 5 times 5 times 5 is 125. All right, now let's look at number 15. Kale, what are we going to do in number 15? Ten to the what power? 10 to the 2nd power, and then x to the what? That's right, Kanaya. What's 7 times 2? Kale, what's 7 times 2? 14. Okay. Hey, we're really squirrely today. Stop talking. Yeah, so the more you stop talking, the faster we can get through this.
That's cap.
What's 10 squared?
25.
No. It's okay. All right, now let's go to number 16. Number 16 is very interesting because we have a negative exponent in there. So this 4 This 4 is our exponent for everything inside the parentheses. So we have 4 to the 4th and W to the what, Kanaya? Negative 28. Sophie, can we leave our answer like this? No, we can leave 4 to the 4th, but we better move W to the 28th down to the denominator to make it a positive exponent. Okay, now we already talked about, we know that 4 to the 4th is 256. Okay, so we can write our answer that way. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do 2 problems on the top of the next page. And then I'm gonna give you your homework, and everybody is going to keep their notebook out until we have 1 minute left. Okay.
Give us 2 minutes to do homework.
Okay, go to number 17. Go to number 17. Put it away. Okay, so Austin, when I apply this 6,
What you meant, page 17 or
like number 17 on the next page, when I apply this 6 to the exponent,
Yeah.
2 now has an exponent of what? Okay. Caesar, P will now have an exponent of 12. Ruby, Q will now have an exponent of 30. What? 5 times 6 is 30. Now, if we say 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, I'll just tell you that it's 64.
Wow, I was in death science.
Wait, so this is.
Yeah. Well, if it's negative 7 times negative 7, like for the square, it would become positive. Okay. No. All right, let's look at 21 and then we'll be done. Okay. All right. So in number 21, 5 gets the negative 2 exponent, and K will now have an exponent of what, Lainey? Negative 12. Now, they're both negative, which means we have to rewrite both of them. So we're going to have to rewrite 1 over 5 squared and K to the 12th. They both have to come down to the denominator. We know 5 squared is 25, so I'm going to write it like that. Okay. Now, I think you can get your homework done right now. If you go to page 13, and I'm only making you do number 1 through 12.